So just finding your feet to begin with, as we always start our class. You're going to bend your knees, exhale, tracking the knees over the second toes, and inhale, lift the chest, open the arms up the side. Exhale, bend the knees, release the neck and shoulders, draw the belly in. Inhale, expand through the chest and the belly as you open your arms to the sides. Just keep this going your own timing. You can add that ha breath on exhale. If you make the exhale a little bit longer, it'll be more relaxing. If you make the inhale a little bit longer, it's more invigorating. And if you want something in between, just a balance between inhale and exhale. Starting to bring the arms a little higher now, maybe to the heart. And just notice how this feels. If it doesn't feel good, bring the arms lower. And if you like, rotating the palms so that the thumbs are back, so you're getting into the shoulders a bit. And exhale, hands to the heart. I'm just going to let some in. Let's try to get in. There we go. Easier than opening a door. Inhale. I taught this class in Birch Building. Sometimes you're unlocking doors. And just make an intention for this series for yourself, these 10 weeks. What do you want to work on? What would you like to achieve or feel from the experience? This can be a mind or a body or a spiritual intention. And when you're ready, release the hands down. And we're going to come up onto the ankles. Now, if you have a yoga belt, I'm doing this class propless, but if you have a yoga belt, you could tie your ankles together to add a bit more support. You could also put a block between the thighs or a pillow. Okay, those are two ways to stabilize the lower body as you come up, especially if balancing is challenging. Inhale up, exhale down. You can also use a wall for balance. This is a great dynamic stretch for the calves. And you can do one arm at a time as well. So advantage of being at home sometimes and being able to turn your screen off is you might feel more comfortable trying new things without others watching you. You want to work more with the neck and shoulders, perhaps on the inhale, palms together and reaching the fingers up towards the sky, and exhale, release down. And do this in your own breath pattern, pausing between inhale and exhale. So if the breath is around 4 to 6 seconds per inhale, exhale, that's really normal. That's a normal range. And that's a range that's said to increase heart rate variability, which is a measure for nervous system resilience. So it's a good ratio to work with, about 5-second inhale, exhale on average. When you're ready, if you like, staying in the position and balancing. And if you like, interlock the fingers. And as you exhale, bring the heels down and stretch up and get underneath the armpits. Inhale, coming up. If this is too much, place the hands on top of the head, instead on the shoulders at the side or down. So please do modify. During these classes, I can't see you, so you really have to use my cueing to make those decisions for yourself. Exhale, really stretching the hands up. Inhale, up. And release. And notice how you feel just having done that. So we're just going to do some side stretching. The feet can be apart or together. And this one we're going to do with our arms folded. You can also have your arms straight, either palms together or interlocked fingers. And just going side to side. And imagine you have a wall behind you. You're trying to keep your shoulders aligned as you go side to side. And you can close your eyes if you like. You might want to add a breath or two on either side. You can even cross the ankles as you do that. You can hold the opposite wrist and get into the whole side of the body. So the side body, really important for breath. The breath really affects our emotions. It affects our immunity. It affects our energy levels. It affects our nervous system. So a lot of pieces with the breath. And when this side body gets compressed, the intercostal muscles between the rib cage get compressed. And we can't breathe as well. Inhale, coming up. So just notice if one side is a little bit more compressed than the other. And just rest for a minute. We're going to go deeper into the neck and shoulders with a side bend. Inhale, arms coming up to the side. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, arm along the ear if you can. Otherwise, you can just keep it up to the sky. Exhale, hand coming up and look down. And bring that top hand back and stretch through the neck and shoulders. Inhale, up. Exhale, side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look down. Bring that hand back. Feel that top shoulder, the neck as you look down. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax. Keep this going your own timing or with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round in your own time or with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come to the center. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, imagine you're hugging a tree and squat halfway down. Feel if the weight is on both feet. Inhale, opening. Exhale, centering. Keep this going. Inhale, opening. You might feel the branches of the tree. Exhale, feeling the trunk of the tree down to the roots. Inhale, opening. Maybe your body becomes the trunk, your arms, head become the branches, the leaves. Exhale, feel the trunk down to the roots. Feel the earth. Letting go of any unnecessary tension, finding your roots. Inhale, opening to something new, opening to energy. The sky, the sun, the wind. Exhale, feeling the earth, the water. Feeling your feet. And finishing up, we're going to move into some rotated twists. Feet about one leg width apart. Inhale, arms at the side. Exhale, twisting to one side. You can bend that knee or not. Inhale, center. We're going to gradually make this harder. Just starting really simply, just touching my thigh, touching my hip or lower back with my other hand. You might notice in your life that, when you're on your bicycle or walking and you turn around, you always turn one way. So start to notice that in your life. And you might find in yoga that way that you don't turn is a bit tight. So maybe going down a little bit further now. The further you go down, it becomes more about a twist in the lower back rather than the upper back. So keep that in mind. You can also start straightening the leg. If you can, maybe start having the shoulders so that they're aligned with each other. Leg can be straight or bent. Just notice how that feels in your back, your neck and shoulders, and maybe going further. Now, when you go further, you can come to the foot, or you can just come to the center. You could have a block, or a couple of blocks, a chair. That back arm can also be up. So if you have problems with your shoulders, it'd be better to have that back hand on the lower back. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. And just keep this going your own timing, rhythmic, bilateral movement. This is very balancing for the nervous system, for our moods, emotions. Helps with anxiety and helps with brain health. So you exhale and twist, inhale up, and just one more round. And you'll have those poses you love and those poses you hate. So try to find a version of it that you love. Or you can always substitute something I do with something you do love. All right, let's do a forward bend after all that. So inhale, arms coming to the sides. Let's stretch the fingers apart. And exhale, letting go of any tension, worries, fears. Inhale, coming up. So that's one big category of emotion is fear. Letting go of fear, worries, stress, tension, the fear that I can't handle what is on my plate, the fear that I don't have the resources within myself or outside to handle what's in my life. So letting go through the body, through the breath, seeing how that affects the mind, emotions. So this is the big anti-fear pose of yoga. Forward bends, head lower than the heart. If you do have heart disease, keeping the head up perhaps, or coming to a chair rather than all the way down. In this position, inhale, looking up. You can come onto your fingertips. You could have yoga blocks. You could have your hands on a seat of a chair. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, looking up, it's called sthiti. And exhale, wonderful for the back. Wonderful for the nervous system. And if you feel comfortable, just staying in your forward bend, going into the semi-inversion. Your hands can be anywhere that's comfortable, beside your feet, in front of your feet. You can bend your knees. You can bring your ribcage forward on your thighs. You can hold your big toes. And when you're ready, coming up. Take a moment to recalibrate. Notice how you feel in the Samasthiti position, even standing pose. We're going to move into some warriors and lift the energy up. So bring one foot forward, the other back. Start with your easy side. We're going to work with the neck and shoulders here. So you're going to inhale. You're going to bring your arms at the sides. You're lunging forward. And then you look up. So that's your inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And round your upper back. Inhale, forward, looking up. The thumbs can rotate back if that feels good as well. And exhale, change the crossing of your arms. And do this 4 more times. Exhale, hugging. Inhale, lunging, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. One more time. And other side. This pose also really works with the hips. So we're warming up the hips. You're strengthening the front hip and you're stretching the back hip. It's also working with the ankles. You're rotating that back foot about 45 degrees or more or less. Inhale, lunging forward. And if you have a tight calf, let me feel it on this side. I can always feel my calf when it's a bit tighter. So this is my harder side. You might find on your harder side there's a little less balance. You have to be a little more attentive. Doing this in your own timing. Around 6 times. Inhale, going into the pose, opening the heart. And exhale, rounding the upper back, hugging. Just two more. Last time. Okay, and notice how you feel. So I want to work with the hips a little more. You could do this holding onto a chair or onto a countertop or a ledge like I have here, or a table, or nothing at all if you have a lot of balance. You're going to bring one foot back, start with your easy side, and try to make your feet parallel if you can. And we're going to bend that back knee as you exhale. So most people would need to hold on to something. And inhale, bring the heel down. Exhale, bend that back knee, bend the front knee, and do a bit of a lunge. And inhale, you can do a standing lunge like this, or you can straighten both legs and get into that calf as well in the back leg. You can also focus on that back ankle. It's doing a lot of work right now. You might come all the way down to the floor. You might have a pillow or something that you bring that knee to. And switching sides. Exhale, bend. So this is stretching into those hip flexors that are getting compressed a lot when we are sitting. I really recommend a standing desk or making one with your counter in your kitchen with some yoga blocks or books. I did that for months and then I got a standing desk. And I try to stand for half of my day at least. It does make quite a difference. They say you have about 25% more efficiency when you stand, which nervous system wise makes sense because your sympathetic nervous system is more online. And just finishing up. And we're going to step back if you're holding the back of a chair or a table. Bend the knees. Inhale, look up. Press your hands down. Exhale, bend the knees, look down. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, looking up. And just finishing up. Closing together. May we have peace in our thoughts, in our words, in our actions. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.